Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another new beauty releases, and at this point I've done so many videos in this series. I almost feel like I shouldn't be introducing it anymore because you probably already know, but in case you are new, in this series basically what I do is I talk about all the newest launches, which I generally post in my stories also if you follow me on my Instagram, and then I save everything to a highlight, and I also have a list going up on my phone simultaneously as well. So when I am sitting down and filming these videos, I just have that list pulled up. We discuss all the new launches, and my favorite part about these videos is the interaction that happens in the comments when you guys tell me your thoughts on those releases as well. And what I've been noticing recently, I think it happened in the past 2 or 3 videos, was that I was a little behind the schedule and basically the timeline of talking about the launches. Like some of the things that you asked me in the comments of last time's video, I'm gonna be talking about today. So what I'm gonna try to make it a point is increase the turnaround time. So basically today is the 6th, I think, of March, and yes, today is the 6th of March, and this video is gonna go up I think next week if I'm not mistaken. I should actually recheck my schedule. Okay, no, this is gonna go up on the 20th, unfortunately, so exactly 2 weeks from today. But because I'm traveling, unfortunately I will not be able to film this anytime later. So we're basically going to try to not pre-film these videos and have them as current date as possible, but if any new launches happen in the next 2 weeks, like from the 6th to the 20th, I will definitely make sure to have those in next month's video. So just letting you know that. And yes, I should not have made this intro as long as I did because we have 30 new launches to talk about, and if we want to make these up to date, I'm gonna have to mention all 30 in today's video. So I think we should just grab ourselves a drink or a snack because it could probably be a long one. Let's quickly jump into it and let's get started. The first launch is actually not a new launch. I saw it on Instagram, but I think the post was that it launched last year in the Europe, but then I just thought to check, and this product is actually available on Nykaa, so you can actually buy this in India also if you want to. I'm not sure if it's available in stores, and I've not seen anyone even talk about it, but it is available on Nykaa. And I'm speaking about the Benefit Hoola face duos. Now the Hoola bronzer, and then even the different products basically that Benefit has, like the boxed powder blushes, bronzers, even highlighters. I think they have a few. All those products were really famous for the cardboard box packaging, but I think last year or maybe like 2 years ago, they actually ditched the entire packaging and they made it like a flat, like a regular pan, which is of course much better because it takes up less space. And they have those sold as individuals, but I also saw them come out with duos, like basically a bronzer with a blush or a blush with a highlighter. There are a couple of different ones which looked really great, and if Benefit was cruelty free, I would have probably thought about purchasing it, but because Benefit is not cruelty free, I probably won't. That being said, I don't think I even need anything like this. I definitely need to stick to buying individuals versus like palettes, like face palettes or duos or trios, like that kind of thing, because usually not all the shades tend to work for me if there are multiple ones. So yes, the first one's going to be a skip, but I wanted to let you know about it because I've not seen anyone talk about it, at least like Indian beauty YouTubers I'm referring to, and not even any international ones, to be honest. So I'm not sure why this launch just went under the radar. But moving on, next, something I'm very excited, and this one I was almost about to buy, but then I had to stop myself and tell myself, okay, I have enough in this category right now in my collection, so I need to use up a few before I end up buying this. But this is the Nykaa Matte to Last Pore Blurring Powder. When I saw that they're going to come out with a loose powder, I was so excited, and even after it launched, I was like, it's pretty decent, under 1,000 rupees pricing, and I definitely want to try it out. And I'm really like, if you've not been watching my other videos, I've been really excited to try out so many different loose powders in 2024, and I bought some even in the end of 2023, so I'm definitely going through like a loose powder craze right now, where I want to try out and review review different ones and find out which is the best, which is the most affordable, which is the best bang for your buck, etc. So yes, I'm gonna definitely be buying this once I use up a couple that I have in my collection already. Moving on next, Lakme has actually come out with a lipstick. I remember the days where Lakme used to, like, Lakme lipsticks were so exciting to everyone, like you know, when we had new launches in the market. I remember, like, in 2016, 2017, even till 2018, when a new collection used to come out, all the big beauty YouTubers like Shreya, Debashri, Sonal, I think even Komal was still relevant back then before she became a mom blogger, but all these big YouTubers basically used to swatch like the entire shade range in videos, and lipsticks were so exciting back then. I feel like now, like, ever since short form content has become more popular, we don't see as many of those big swatch videos. I mean, I'm sure that they still happen, and I also like to do them, or at least I think I should do them, and then I never get around to doing it. But yeah, anyways, I think we should come back to the launch. I just went in like this this reminiscing old times wala feeling. So the Lakme Beyond Matte Bullet lipstick looks very, very exciting, but in 2024 I am not a bullet lipstick girl anymore. I've just realized that I prefer liquid lipsticks way more, and that is the main reason that I would not be buying these, but they do look really, really exciting. And it's been a while since Lakme has come out with a new lipstick line, so it does seem appealing, but it's not going to be something I will be spending my own money on. So yeah, that's going to be a skip. Then we have something from Acne Squad. So I did not try Acne Squad out for the longest time. I don't know why, but recently I bought like one product I recently bought, and then one I bought I think a month or two prior. But they actually came out with like their sister line, which is called UV Squad. So UV Squad is basically like a line of sunscreens. So like how Innovist has Sunscoop under their brand, I think Acne Squad is also doing the same thing. Like they have one range which is like all focused on acne, then they have now a sunscreen line. So Acne Squad seems quite interesting, and I want to try out their face sunscreens, so I will be buying this at some point. I just need to use the sunscreens that I currently have in my collection and use some up, and I will definitely wait for UV Squad to come up with like a nice offer or something, so then I can save some money on this. And yes, I will be trying it out at some point in 2024, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Then we have something from Dermafique. Now usually I find out about Dermafique launches through like sponsored Instagram stories, but and this was one of those as well. This is their Aqua Cloud Shower Mousse. Very, very interesting idea and concept and a product, because I don't think there is a shower mousse that exists in the Indian market, even though I'm pretty sure that there are these kind of products abroad. So I'm glad that Dermafique is, you know, venturing out into a new area and bringing up with unique, innovative products. That being said, I don't think I'll be buying it for myself, just because it's like a cool, innovative looking product, but it's not going to be that different from a regular old basic shower gel, right? So for that reason, I probably won't be buying it. I've written it as a maybe in my list, because usually I add like yes, no, or maybe next to the name. I've written as a maybe, but most probably I won't be getting it, because I just need to convince myself with the maybes that if you don't absolutely want to get it, you can probably skip on it. Then moving on, next we have something more from Lakme, and this is from their Absolute line. It's called the Explore Eyeshadow Stick. Now these are basically like eyeshadow sticks. They look similar to like colored eyeliners, but just a little bit of a fatter pencil, similar to, I would say, the Laura Mercier eyeshadow sticks. This packaging reminds me a little bit of that, because both of them are like black and it's like a chunky pencil which is retractable. So that all seems great. I just wish they would have come up with more colors. Not for me personally, but I just think their color lineup seemed like there's a yellow, there's a bright pink, I think there's an orange also. The green looks fine, but I wish they came out with like more colors, like maybe at least 10 shades or 20 shades, something like that if they would have done. or if they want to come out with just 4 shades, then maybe you could have done better shades and more wearable shades, because I doubt like who's gonna buy an orange and a yellow and a bright pink. I mean, I know people do wear those colors, but it's not something that most people would be gravitating for. So yeah, for that reason this launch was like and you know I don't use these kind of products, so of course I would not be buying it. Then something which this is very, very interesting. It was a very big launch that happened, and it's from Plum. It's their Cica and Hyaluronic Acid Aqua Light sunscreen, and this one I was super duper excited into getting. I didn't like the earlier one, was it Illuminance or something, Luminance, the pink new sunscreen which launched in a similar packaging just before this one. That one I wasn't interested in at all. I think it had squalene or something of that marketing. But this one I was really, really excited in, because when I saw the texture and everything and people swatching it on stories, it looked like it would be a little bit similar to even the Fix Derma sunscreens, and it looked like it would be great for people who have oily skin. So for that reason I was really excited to get this, and I had actually written like this would be a yes, but then I saw Alfia, I think her Instagram is Trendlight or something. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but Alfia Karim Khan is her name. I know that, and I recently started following her, even though I've seen a lot of her content, but I just never ended up following her. But I remember that when everyone was loving on the Dot & Key sunscreen, the glow one, and it didn't work out for me, she was the only one who also agreed and said that yes, this is actually not a great sunscreen because it pills. And when she recently did a reel and mentioned that the Plum sunscreen actually did not work out for her, and because of the same pilling aspect, I was like, oh my god, thank you so much for saving me money. I am glad that you know, I saw her reel and I got to know that yes, there can be a pilling issue with that sunscreen. And I have just noticed that sunscreen is something, I mean, we all love trying out new sunscreens, but once you find one that works for you, just stick to it instead of trying out multiple different ones, which is why you've noticed me reducing the number of sunscreens that I buy and try out. So for that reason, I think I'm just gonna skip on it. I might not have the same pilling issue with it, but I don't want to risk it, especially because I am very, very cautious with my money these days and what I'm spending my money on. I don't want to buy something that could be potentially something that won't work out for me. If I know that risk is involved, I'll just not buy it and be okay with it. So yeah, that's the Plum Cica and Hyaluronic Acid sunscreen. Moving on, next we have more Plum launches. I think there are a lot of Plum launches in here. So they launched their 95 Power Play Blush and Highlighter. So when I saw the packaging initially, I was so just interested in it. I was so happy to see like this kind of a packaging, because it actually reminded me a little bit of the Color Bar blush that I used to love, the Matte Illusion blush. The same packaging, like I think it's the same component but in gold. But when I later on found out that these are actually cream blushes and highlighters and not powder, I was like, okay, I'll have to probably skip on that. If it was a powder product that Lakme came out with in the same packaging, and maybe a few more colors, like not so many bright oranges and pinks, but maybe a little bit more nude shades also, I think I would be totally into it. But yeah, cream lashes, definitely gonna be a skip for me personally. Then since we spoke about Dot & Key sunscreens earlier, let me just quickly tell you that they have also come out with 80-gram sizes in 2 of their sunscreens. This is something a lot of brands are doing these days. I think one started it and then everyone's now hopping onto it. I think Dr. Shades started it, but I might be wrong about it. I might have just forgotten something else that came before it, but yes. Dot & Key has their glow sunscreen and their watermelon sunscreen in 80-gram sizes. So if you love that sunscreen, unlike me, you can definitely go ahead and buy a value size, a bigger size now, because that means you will be repurchasing it probably less often. So yeah, we have that. Another Lakme launch. I think Plum and Lakme have really dominated this video, but we have other brands too. So from Lakme we have an entire glycolic acid lineup. So this line has a day cream, a night cream, a face wash and a serum. The moisturizers I was actually quite interested about and into because they looked really great, but then I remembered that these products would usually tend to have fragrance in them, and lately I have been disappointed. Like when I say lately, I mean maybe in the past 6 to 9 months I've been disappointed with a lot of moisturizers which are amazing but they have fragrance in them. And with a face wash I'm okay with the fragrance because you're washing it off, but with a moisturizer it's gonna linger on a little bit longer before the scent goes away, and I just don't like those kind of products. So yeah, this launch is not that exciting to the point where I would think about you know, buying it and be okay with the fact that it would have a fragrance that I possibly like or maybe not like, we never know. But yeah, I'm just gonna skip on it. It's not that exciting where I want to take that risk and you know, get something like this. I think there are a lot of moisturizers that I really love, very affordable too, and I'll just stick to those. Then moving on, next we have, like I said, some Plum launches. So Plum I saw as now a eyeliner basically similar to the one that they came out with earlier, but this one has a lash serum in it. So the lash serums that help to basically grow your lash, it's got that ingredient in here. And I mean, personally I just think it's a really fun concept, but it could also be a little bit of a gimmick, and I don't like the Plum eyeliner formula any which ways. I'm not a big fan of it, so I'll just stick to my favorite faces one, and I'm not interested in purchasing this one. Another product that they're also coming out with is a makeup setting spray. It's called the Finishing Touch Makeup Setting Spray. Also going to be a pass because I'm not a setting spray person. I don't think I've ever, no, I shouldn't say I've never. I've bought 2 setting sprays in the past. One from L'Oreal, the infallible one, and one from Wet n Wild, but I just don't use makeup setting sprays, and I think those two also ended up decluttering eventually. So yeah, I'm not a makeup setting spray girl and I don't plan to buy any, so we can easily skip on that. Then we have the Put Simply Water Dam Moisturizer. Now this one I've used and I really love, even though it's a little bit too much than what I would want to spend on a moisturizer. But I think this was out of stock for the longest time because they were trying to like repackage it, rebrand it, etc. So now they have it in a newer packaging, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, but I mean, it's the same product, right? And if I'm not, you know, very happy with how expensive it is, I mean, it's not expensive, it's still under 1,000 rupees, but it's definitely more expensive than other moisturizers which are pretty similar and come at a fraction of the cost, so I will just stick to those. Then we have something from Within Beauty. Now this is a brand again I'm pretty excited to buy some products from, but they did come out with 2 new launches, so I thought let's talk about it. We have the Barrier Protect Sunscreen and we have the Barrier Boost Cream Cleanser. Now I'm dicey on the sunscreen again. Like I told you, I'm not really into trying out any new sunscreens because I've found some that I love and I could just happily stick to those. And then the Barrier Boost Cream Cleanser looks interesting, but I am not sure if I want to continue to buy creamy cleansers because they can be really hydrating and great for the skin, but because I have more normal combination skin, sometimes I feel like my face doesn't feel as cleansed basically after using a creamy cleanser. And there are some cleansers I love which are creamy, by the way, in terms of the consistency and everything, but I still don't feel like it's cleaning my face enough. I don't know, maybe it's just that, you know, it doesn't work in my T-zone specifically because that area can get more oily and summer is also approaching. So keeping all those factors in mind, I might even skip these. So I've written it as a maybe. I think I'm just going to convert that into a no. Moving on, next, this is a launch which so many of you asked me in my previous videos comments, and I'm here to tell you my thoughts on that. This is the Plum Vanilla Caramello perfume, their EDP, and this one I'm not surprised that they came out with. I'm just very disappointed with the timing of it. They came out with the Vanilla Caramello body lotion for the winter time, and I think that's why the sales did so well and it became so popular because they launched it at the exact right time. versus this perfume they launched basically when winter was about to finish. I mean, not completely, maybe like a month or two remaining, but the scent for me specifically is something that I would reach for only in the winters. I wouldn't use the body lotion or even the perfume in the summer or the monsoon time. So if I do buy it, I will buy it probably in November or something, not before that for sure. So as of now, I'm going to call this one a maybe, because yeah, I don't know how I'm going to change my thoughts on that once November comes around. It's still like what, 8 months from now, 8 or 9 months from now. So we'll see then what I'm going to do about it. But I'm glad that they came out with a perfume version, because of course the body lotion is not going to last all day, right? So if you love the fragrance of it, but the body lotion is wearing out, like the scent of it is wearing out after a couple of hours, you can reapply and smell absolutely amazing with the vanilla caramello perfume throughout the day. So that is great. Then we have some more launches from Key. We have their sunscreen. I don't remember what the original name of the sunscreen was, but it was like their it was basically focused around like water sports and like wearing it around the beach, like it's supposed to be water resistant and all of those things. And they repackaged and reformulated that one, and now they're calling it their Lime Rush Swim Plus Sports Sunscreen. And again, I was not into that one, I'm not into this one, so it's gonna be a no. But I understand that Key sunscreen craze, and a lot of people have got this in PR, so I'm waiting to see the reviews and what they have to say on it. I still won't be buying it, but I'm sure that other people's review would be helpful for you to determine whether you'd be interested in this or if you want to get it or not. Me personally, I won't be getting it. Now we have more stuff from Dermaco, and there is a lot of stuff from Dermaco. So you can know this from me. Next time that Dermaco does their buy one get one or their buy two get two sale, there's definitely going to be a haul coming up, because a lot of these things I'm actually interested in getting. After a while, basically in this video we were seeing all no's and maybes for so long. We finally have some yeses. So Dermaco is launching their 7% glycolic acid toner. They had a toner earlier which they discontinued, and I felt like I bought it at the exact wrong time, because I remember I was in the process of trying it out and then I found out it's discontinued. So I'm like, what is the point of even doing a review anymore? I think in the end I just ended up decluttering that to a friend, and I gave it to him to use it, because I'm like, what is the purpose of me even trying this out, because it's discontinued, I can't review it on my channel. But now they brought it back, and I will definitely be trying this one out, because I don't think anything can replace my minimalist toner. But if this is as good as that, then I will probably replace it and make the Dermaco one my holy grail favorite constant repurchase. Then they're also coming out with the 4% Ceramide Barrier Repair Moisturizer, and this would be a great product to compare with my favorite Key moisturizer, their Barrier Repair Ceramides. I don't remember what the exact name of it is. It is so big, but the blue packaging moisturizer, which you guys know I absolutely love and I talk about it all the freaking time. This would be a great product to compare with that, so I will definitely be trying this one out and letting you know my thoughts on it. We also have the 5% propylene oil-free moisturizer, and this would be a great one to compare with my favorite Dr. Sheth's oil-free moisturizers, which are like my new favorite holy grail one. I want to see how this one differs to that. The packaging also reminds me a little bit of the Serene, the blue Serene moisturizer, the gel one, and then there is the Malassezia moisturizer from Formula RX. I don't talk about those as regularly anymore because I don't buy those. I found out better alternatives, but I still remember them. I still have pieces of content on them for you guys. So yes, I want to see how this one differs from all of those, and I will definitely be trying out and reviewing it. So yes, I will keep you posted. Then we also have the Snail Peptide 96 Hydrating Serum. Now this one's gonna be a no, because I'm not into the snail mucin thing. I know everyone is, but I'm just not into it. It looks very like sticky, overly hydrating, and I honestly feel like I'll just clog my pores with it. So I'm not into it. This is of course like an Indian version of it. So if you want to support it, an Indian brand, you can definitely buy from Dermaco and try it out. But for me personally, it's gonna be a pass. Then we have the 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen, but this is their long lasting sunscreen. I don't know how it's different from the OG Dermaco 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen, but I am waiting to try it out and see how it compares. So I will probably do that. That being said, I want to see if anyone else reviews it before me and what they have to say on it, like how it is similar to that one, and that way I just want to feel a little bit secure about my decision of buying this, because again, like I said, I am not willing to try out and buy every other sunscreen that launches just for the sake of review purposes. I want to also not waste my money, or like try to not waste my money at least. So yes, that is that. Then we have a launch from Tipsy Beauty. Now this is a brand that I've recently kind of noticed quite a bit on social media, and I've been following them and seeing what they're up to. So they came out with a really interesting, unique product. It's basically like this dual-ended product which has a liquid lipstick on one side and a lipstick remover on the other side. And I think this could be a great product to have with you on the go. If you're traveling, if you want to change up your lipstick, or even if you want to like sometimes, you know, when you have your lipstick wear out, you just want to reapply it, but in a nicer way, you can just remove it with the remover and then reapply it that way. So this could be an actually very, very interesting, unique product, and I might buy it to try it out for myself. I just need to see if there is a shade in the range that I ended up liking. Only then I will consider buying it. I'm not going to buy it again just for the sake of reviews. I need to find a good shade, and I also need to find a good discount, because your girl always wants to score the best deals that are possible. So yes, I will definitely wait for a good discount. There is no denying that. Then moving on, next we have something from ELF. The very popular O-Faced satin lipsticks are now on Nykaa, so you can buy it, but I wouldn't be buying it for myself, and you know the reason. It's a bullet lipstick. I'm not into bullet lipsticks, and again, it's a satin lipstick. It's not like a matte lipstick or anything, so I don't think this is unique enough amongst the thousands of bullet lipsticks that are already there in the Indian market. So yes, this is going to be a pass from my side. Then we have some new brand launches. One of them is Shea Moisture. I think that's how you say the brand name. Shea Moisture, I'm not sure. Usually Americans have their own accent, of course, so they say it a little bit differently, but this is a pretty popular brand that I've heard so much about from a lot of my favorite American YouTubers. And now this brand is on Nykaa, which is great. And I did look through their lineup and what they have. They have some really nice leave-in conditioners, which I'm into, but I just need to use the leave-in treatments, leave-in moisturizers, conditioners, whatever you want to call it, that I already own in my own collection, and see that if I stick to using those on a regular basis, then it would make sense for me to buy another one for the purposes of trying it out. Of course, the shampoo and conditioners are going to be like any other shampoo conditioners that are in the market, which I'm not experimenting with any, because I'm just happy with the shampoos that work for me, so we're going to stick to that. Then we have some more like repackaged kind of products. So Sunscoop has repackaged a lot of their sunscreens, and I am so happy that they have, because I've tried out the original Sunscoop sunscreens and their packaging, and it could be really hard to like cut it open and get every single bit of product out. So I think with the OG packaging we were having a lot of wastage. Now they have more classic tubes which look more sleek, chic, and you can definitely cut these open to get every last bit of sunscreen out. So I'm really happy that they have repackaged them. So the invisible sunscreen is now called the priming sunscreen. They have their ultra touch matte sunscreen, ultra matte dry touch sunscreen, which I think is the repackaged version of their matte sunscreen. And then they also have the glow even tone sunscreen, which is I think the tinted one that they have. I don't remember the name of the tinted one earlier, but now it's called the glow even tone sunscreen. So all these sunscreens are repackaged now, and I'm really happy with the fact that they repackaged it. But none of the sunscreens have ever worked for me, so I won't be buying it for the product itself, but I can definitely support the brand because they finally listened to their consumers and decided to come out with you know, a repackaged version of it, like better packaging. Okay, let's hang in there. It's been half an hour. We just have a few launches left and we can do this, you guys. You and I can do it together. Let's do it. Then we have another very, I don't want to say unique product because I think there are other products out there as well. This just has more like data backed ingredients in it. I'm speaking about the Innovist Advanced Hair Growth Serum. Now this I again randomly found. I think I was taking screenshots for the other products from the Innovist website, like taking screenshots of the sunscreen, and you know how you get those you may like wala section niche jahan pe they suggest you and recommend you more products. I think I saw this over there and I'm like, oh my god, what is this even? Like, I did not hear about it anywhere, didn't see anything on Instagram when it launched, etc. But this is basically like a serum bottle, but it's got a hair serum versus like a face serum. So I am quite into like hair growth products. I've been watching a lot of like Cassandra Bankson has been making so many videos on her hair growth journey, or rather regrowth journey, and we have also openly spoken about here, and I've chatted with you in the comments with some of you about like the balding that I've been having in this region, and when you have tight ponytails, which I don't have today, and I've not been doing tight ponytails since a few months now. Actually, has it been a couple of weeks / maybe a few months that I've been doing my ponytails a little bit more looser, because definitely when you're doing tight ponytails here, it can, you know, cause you to have a receding hairline. So mainly what I'm trying to work on is my receding hairline over here, and then also just losing hair in general. I think something happened in the middle. I probably know what it is, but I will do maybe like an updated hair care routine video later in the year and tell you about like my hair struggles in 2024 that I've dealt with. But yes, I am definitely looking at trying you know, products for hair growth, regrowth, having a healthy scalp, etc. So this is a product I might actually end up buying, but I want to do more research before I end up picking or choosing a specific brand that I want to try out, that I want to invest my money in, and then eventually once we see the results, I will do a video reviewing it and talking about it. But it's going to be more like a long-term one, because even with other content creators like Cassandra Bankson, for example, she's been doing so much for like 6 months or 9 months or a year, and then you can actually talk about it. It's not something like, oh, I tried out a face serum 2 times or 5 times or 10 times, and I can tell you that, you know, it's a really good one. Because with skincare, you can tell the results a little bit quicker. With hair, you need to use it for months and months and months, and then you can see a result. So anyways, this one's gonna be a maybe. I'm gonna consider it, and I'm gonna kind of add it in my products that I'm comparing with other ones as well in the same category, and then we'll decide which ones to try out, which ones to buy, etc. Let's move on. We just have 4 launches left, and then you and I can be out of here. I'll probably have to come back because I have to film more content too, but yes, let's move on. So Plum has come out with their 50 Days of Woman range. It's kind of inspired by 50 Shades of Grey, with the same play on words. And the reason they came out with this launch, I didn't think about it earlier, but then later on I realized, okay, this is actually a Women's Day launch, and it was really, really sweet for them to come out with an entire Women's Day launch specifically, and looks really, really interesting, really fun packaging. And they're doing great with their marketing in terms of that. But for me personally, before I decide whether I want to buy it or not, I'm going to actually have to smell the fragrance, because that's the one unfortunate thing, is that with fragrance, if they don't have like testers, samples, travel sizes, I'm not going to directly buy a full-size fragrance of something which I don't even know what it smells like. So I'm definitely going to go to a Plum store to test out their different new launches, specifically the perfumes, before I decided which one I want to buy, which one I don't want to buy. Even the lychee one I have my eye on, but I'm gonna first smell it and then I will decide. Is it lychee or is it, I think it was lychee, right? No, sorry, the tulips one. Why am I saying lychee? No, the tulips perfume from Plum, and also this one. And I hope this one is not limited edition. I mean, even though it's focused around Women's Day, but I would like to, you know, have it be a part of the permanent lineup, because those of you who have probably tried it out online or maybe offline and fallen in love with it, I'm sure that you should be able to get it 365 days of the year. It's not like, you know, Women's Day is just one day in a year. We should be celebrating women every single day, and a part of that is to not discontinue our favorite products. So yes, I hope that this is a permanent collection and not a limited edition launch. Then this is something which everyone has been talking about, how ridiculous the price point is, and I just thought to give it a quick little mention, even though I wouldn't obviously buy it for various reasons. I'm speaking about the Estee Lauder and Sabyasachi collaboration, and they came out with a range of lipsticks which have really beautiful packaging. Definitely looks like a collectible piece, like a collector's piece, and it looks like basically a super expensive Gucci lipstick, to be honest. Like, that's what the packaging reminded me of, or maybe even Pat McGrath. But this is like what, 5,400 or something, which, if you think about it, collectors lipsticks usually come at that price. Like if you buy a Chanel lipstick or a Gucci lipstick, I am sure those cost you more than 5,000 rupees. So I don't know why people are going as gaga over it. Like, oh my god, the price point is so insane. I mean, if you can buy Chanel makeup and if you can buy Dior makeup and Gucci makeup, I'm pretty sure that makeup comes at this price point. So I'm not exactly sure why people are going so gaga over the price point. Of course, Estee Lauder is more close to, I think, 2,000, 3,000. So for them to come out with something that is like double of that basically is a shocking price point. But I'm sure that the packaging and, you know, the embossing on it and the fancy, you know, fancy schmancy stuff going on with it, and of course it's a collaboration with Sabyasachi, so of course he's going to take a part of his cut as well, because it's a collaboration. I'm sure that's how it works. So I think that is where the price point is coming from, and I'm not going to justify the price point. I'm just thinking out loud what are the causes for it possibly. And I'm not gonna buy it because it's Estee Lauder, they're not cruelty free, and I'm never gonna buy a 5,000 rupees collectible lipstick. I buy my lipsticks because I want to use them and love them and wear them, not to display them on my, you know, on my makeup vanity. So that's another reason, and yeah, that's basically it. Then we have something from Sunscreen, and this is one which I am assuming this one is new. Again, when I was looking at the other sunscreens earlier, I saw this one too, and I think it is new because I don't remember it. I don't remember talking about it earlier, but I might be mistaking that up also. I'm not sure. But they have their oil control gel sunscreen. Now this is one that, again, I want it to be like similar to basically the Plum Cica sunscreen, which I'm not going to be buying because of the pilling, and I'm hoping this one is a better formula. Again, I've not had a lot of luck with Sunscreen, so I don't know, maybe I'm just you know, jinxing it for myself, and maybe I should skip this one too. But I want to see, like, I've not again seen too many reviews also on this, so that's also making me think that maybe it's actually new. And it's one that I have my eye on. I might probably try it out, I might not try it out. As of now, it's a maybe, but yeah, the name, the texture looks quite interesting, and I might possibly like it, or it might be a fail, like I said. So not completely sure about that. But the last launch, and this is one that literally just came out yesterday, I mean, it's not launched yet, it's going to actually launch tomorrow in present day, but by the time you watch this video up, like I said, you're going to watch it in 2 weeks, so it would already be up by now. But Fenty Beauty is launching on Nykaa, and this is one that when I saw, I was shocked in the most dramatic way, and I was so freaking excited, and I'll tell you guys why. So I have been planning on what to get from the US, because my brother is in the US currently. When you're seeing this, by the time this video goes up, he'll be back. I didn't actually order a ton of makeup from him because it's a very short trip, and he's also going to be traveling around a lot, so I'm not asking him to get anything from me in terms of makeup and beauty. But my aunt is also going to be traveling again this year, and she's going to go for 6 months, so I have a lot of time to decide what I want. I can get it shipped, and I can have some international makeup come to me from the US. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about, do I really need to get stuff from the US? Because in 2023 and 2024, a lot of my favorite brands which I want to buy from, which were not earlier available in India, have now come to India. So I could rather just buy it from India, maybe pay a slightly higher price point. But when you're getting stuff from the US, there is a kind of a pressure in your mind that I need to get this also, I need to get that also, because it's like a time crunch wala situation. And I feel like sometimes due to that, we end up buying things that we don't end up liking later on. I feel like sometimes my purchases are not as thought through. I'm getting better with it. I feel like compared to 7 years ago, when I got Colourpop stuff for the first time from abroad, to now in 2024, we've made a lot of progress. But regardless, how do I say, I'm just thinking a lot about these things, and something I was planning to get from the US was the Fenty Beauty bronzer, their powder bronzer. That's on my wish list for 2024. And now that Fenty Beauty is launching on Nykaa, I'm thinking whether I should even take that off my list and just buy it from Nykaa itself. Of course, I'm going to compare the price points and see if it is different or not. If it is significantly different, I might probably just get it from the US and save some money. But if not, then I'll probably just buy it from Nykaa, you know, if the price point is like 19-20 ka farak. That being said, yesterday when I saw the teaser of the products that are going to be launched, like from Fenty Beauty on Nykaa, the Sun bronzer was not in there. So I don't know, maybe they'll bring out, they'll get the bronzers a little bit later, or maybe they're not getting it at all. I don't really know, but it's something I'm going to definitely consider, you know, just buying it from Nykaa if it's available on there. Otherwise, I won't. There is nothing else specifically from Fenty Beauty I'm as interested in, but I wanted to share this little story time with you, because these are things I've like been thinking a lot about, but I never got a chance to actually share it with you on Instagram or on yours. So I wanted to just add a small chatty little element towards the end of the video. And now that I'm saying small little chatty element, I realize how hypocritical that is, because I've been chatting literally through this entire video for over 40 minutes. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. You are an OG if you've been watching till the end of this video, and please leave this emoji in the comment section if you've watched the entire video. That way I will know that you stuck through 40 minutes of me blabbering. So yes, that means the absolute world to me, and I cannot wait to get up, go give my legs a break, because पूरे के पूरे पैर मेरे सुन हो चुके हैं. But thank you so much for watching. Just because you give these videos so much love, and the analytics always tell me how much you love these videos. That's the reason I haven't had the guts to sit here for 40 minutes and talk. So thank you so much for that. But that's gonna be it. Until next time, you guys. Bye. But don't forget to leave your comments and chat with me about these new launches, because that is my absolute favorite part about these videos, is when they go live, I wait to see the comments, read your comments and engage with you. So don't forget to do that. Down below, I am waiting to reply back to you, trust me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I really need to go, like my throat and my leg needs a break. Bye bye.